Hello, hello. Happy Wednesday. I hope you're having an amazing week. Today we're going to be talking about why. All of that knowledge you've been gaining from your courses, from reading books, maybe even from your coaching programs, why it's giving you negligible, maybe even no results, and how we're going to be able to change that around, because there's a very specific thing we need as human beings that's typically missing, and it's not something that we tend to be aware of. It's tend to be something that we have been conditioned to think that we don't need, and it's actually one of the most integral components of success. So I'm really excited to talk about that. Before I do that, I have to take a moment to say happy birthday to my amazing husband. Today is his 36th birthday. We're gonna have so much fun celebrating. So anyways, I wanted to bring that up because he's an integral part of the Infinite Power of You, Inc. I know he's affected so many of you, creating your book covers, creating your branding packages, helping edit your books, do all of these incredible things to help bring your dreams to life. So today is the day to celebrate him and all of his amazingness. So thank you for joining in on that, and let's dive in. So many of us get into the student mode, and I think it's really important to be a lifelong student. I think it's important to regularly be learning. I'm always reading at least one book a day, usually more. And not a full book, by the way, just like a chapter or two. But I'm committed to learning. I'm committed to growing. I'm committed to expanding, because it is only truly when we are growing that we are living. If you aren't growing, you're stagnating, and we shrink back. So it's really important that we are learning. So don't get me wrong, all of those things that you took, all the courses, all the books you read, all these things that you did to enhance yourself, to grow, to expand your mind, these things are absolutely powerful, and you didn't waste your time. Even if it may feel like that, even if you're like, oh, but it didn't help me reach that milestone, it didn't get me there, it's okay, because you still benefit from it. It's still in here. It's still in there, but we need to use it, utilization. Now, the hardest thing is that as entrepreneurs, particularly in the early days, you're typically a solopreneur. Most business owners start off an army of one, right? So you don't have a lot of people to lean on. That's hard, especially when it's very common. This happened to me, this happened to every entrepreneur I've ever talked to. You know, even if you've got a supportive family, a supportive partner, they got their doubts, and they tend to put them out there. And it's really challenging to push through that, right? Because they're like, oh, well, maybe it'd be better if you got a job, or like, oh, you know, most businesses fail, like maybe look after you. You know, they're pouring their fears out onto you. It's basically what's happening. Now, they're doing it from a place of love, but they're really just expressing their own fears, because what you're doing, it's different. Normal people don't do that, right? Normal people don't go out and start a business. So it scares the shit out of most people. And it's triggering them in their own way, right? When you go out into the world and you pursue your dream, when you're like, I'm going to fucking do this. I'm going to put my power out there. I'm going to put my energy out there. I'm going to share my mission with the world. I'm going to do these big things. That's so incredibly powerful. But you know what it does? You're holding up a mirror to the rest of the world. And when they see that, and they're not going after their dreams, they've been compartmentalizing them and pushing them down and telling themselves, no, it's not safe, it's hard, this is safer, and they're living a life that is less than in their own eyes. They will find it easier to try and pull you back down rather than to rise up to your level, because they are scared. They're scared. So even though we can get really frustrated and be like, why are you all telling me this? Why aren't you supporting me? They don't get it. And that's just kind of the way it is. Now, what happens when you get successful, when you start to make the money, sign the clients, do the things, make the dream come true, then they come asking, you know, hey, you hiring, or how'd you do that? You know, that is what happens, but only after you've proven it, not before. And it's really challenging, because you're already filled with your own doubt and fear and all of that shit that you got to push through your belief system, any of those limiting beliefs that come up, and it is scary and it's hard. So we can have all of the knowledge in the world. You can have all the strategy, frankly. You know, I say this a lot, but frankly, the strategy to get to be successful, the doing parts, they're really easy. I feel like I could probably train a monkey to do most of what I do. And I don't say that lightly. I mean, most of it's pretty flippin' simple. Most of it's really simple. The hard part is getting through here getting through the fear and doing it. Because as soon as you go to do something outside of your comfort zone, it's like, what if this happens? What if that happens? What if I get rejected? What if this doesn't work? What if I give it my all and I still fail? What if I'm successful and I don't know how to manage money? Like rah, right? I know you've had this happen to you, and it will hold us back. And that's really hard. The other thing that happens as you're learning all of these things, you're getting broad strokes, right? Like reading a book, taking a program, whatever. And they're still absolutely applicable, but how you apply them specifically within your business is unique. And that's where we can get really stuck too, because we have to adapt and modify and make it our own. And that's scary too. And I think the biggest thing is that we really need support, period. And that might be a coach for you, but it doesn't have to be. I know the coaching industry will tell you that everybody needs a coach every second of every day. You need a coach to tell you how to wipe your ass in the morning. I mean, it's a little ridiculous. And the truth is we all learn differently. We all need support at different times. We all need coaches at different times. Not all the time necessarily for every individual. You are unique. You're very unique. So you need to understand, what do you need for support? And I think there's also very different levels of support. There can be those times when you're like, okay, I have this very specific mission to do this very specific thing, and I'm going to go and find out somebody who's done it, who can whip my ass into shape to do it too. That's one way, and that may be when you're getting a mentor or a coach. There's the other times in the daily, day-to-day doing. Like this is where the magic happens too, guys. I know we tend to think of success as like these leaps and bounds forward. It is like, it's really like these incremental little itty bitty bits. And it's okay that it's that way. In fact, it's meant to be that way. It's meant to be that way, and it's okay. But because it is pushing through and getting that ironclad mindset and doing all of these things, the truth is when we're doing that, we need regular, consistent support. We need to have that in place. So maybe you get an accountability buddy. Maybe you form a mastermind. Maybe you join a support network, like something that is going to allow you to lean on other people to share your ideas, to also like go, here's my fears right now, and I need somebody to tell me that I'm not fucking crazy, because we're all going through this. And the rest of the regular people in our lives, we love them. They don't get it. We love them, but they don't get it. So you need a group of your peers who will keep you focused, who will let you know you're not crazy and you can totally accomplish every single one of your fucking dreams. And where you can say, hey, I've learned this concept and I'm trying to apply it in my business, and here's what I'm trying to do, and here's what I'm thinking. What do you guys think? Do you think this would work? Do you have a better idea? Can you tell me from your experience what will be good here? That is so helpful. And it's one of those things we tend to overlook. We tend to think we have to be the lone wolf. We have to be out there doing it by ourselves. We have to prove ourselves and be that army of one. And that's hard. It's putting so much weight on your shoulders. It's also stunting your growth. And I am talking from experience, because I used to call myself the lone wolf. I did. I was like, I don't care what it's going to take, and I'm going to do it all by myself, and I'm going to blah, blah, blah. And part of it was ego. Not gonna lie, part of it was ego, part of it was thinking nobody could do it as good as I can, all this other shit. And the truth is, everybody's got incredible skills. Everybody has something to contribute. Everybody has different perspective, different life experience that can help you build there faster. Because the truth is, we're all just operating from what we know. And what we know is like such a teensy little piece of this giant puzzle of what can be, what could be. So when you connect with other like-minded people who are focused on growth, who are like goal-oriented, who are growing their businesses, who are in no matter fucking what to do the damn thing, then you can grow faster, because you can lean on each other. You can share your experiences. You can also share your networks. I can't even tell you how valuable that is. Especially as a new entrepreneur, you might have like a mailing list of 100 people. That's difficult to grow with exponentially. But let's say you join a group and you've only got 100 people, but hey, this guy over here, he's great at building mailing lists. He's grown his to 10,000. Well, not only could you learn from this guy how you can build yours faster, you could make a deal like, hey, we've actually got similar audiences. Maybe I can use your mailing list and I'll give you a 20% kickback on any sales that come from it. Everybody wins. everybody wins. So you start to think outside the box. You start to support each other. You give each other ideas. You lift each other up. These things are monumental. The other thing is creating the daily habits. Oh my God. I can't even tell you, like, guys, I always say this. If you spent a day with me, you would be bored to tears. Why? Because it's not flippin' exciting. It's showing up and doing the work. And that's what most people aren't doing. That's why most people are not successful. They get excited when they get a new concept or when they get a new idea and they want to implement it. And that motivation, that excitement, it's there for a little bit. It's there for like a week, maybe 2 if you're lucky. And then it's like, I don't feel like it today. Today I'm just going to watch Netflix, or today I'm going to take a break, or whatever it is. We tell ourselves whatever it is, with this notion that we're going to come back to it tomorrow. But then tomorrow comes and we don't do it. And then the next day, and then 2 weeks go by, and 3 weeks go by, and then we're back to where we started. Because motivation isn't enough. You have to have a deep, burning, passionate why that gets you to show up on the days where you don't feel like it. That gets you to push through the stuff. Like, you might be like, oh my God, I found the best opportunity ever, but I have to work my day job that day, or I'm not going to have rent this month. And it's like, you have to trust your gut in those moments to know, you know what? Take the fucking day off. Because your dreams and your destiny are not worth piddly little things getting in the way. And I know that doesn't feel little. Like, guys, trust me, I spent the majority of my 20s living beneath the poverty line. I know what it's like to be broke. I know what it's like to go, you know what? It's cheaper to bake bread than buy bread. And you guys know that bread is not that flippin' expensive. But I know what that's like. I know what that's like. I know what it's like to feel like I'm drowning in debt. I know those things. I do. So please, I'm not speaking about this in some kind of like, oh, well, she's rich now and she can like do whatever she wants. So of course she can say I can take the day off. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that I know where you are. I've been in your fucking shoes. And I can tell you, it's in those pivotal moments where you choose your future over your fear that things fucking change. So we need the peer group to support us when we're doing that, because you will be shitting bricks. You will be scared. You will have a knowing in your soul that this is what you need to do, but executing it, implementing it, it's going to make you want to run away and scream and change your identity and move to another country. Like, it is intimidating. And that's okay. It's okay that it's scary, but you need people in your corner saying, go for it anyways, that will help you push through that fear in your head. That is the power of it. So go get an accountability, join a mastermind, do something to get some support in your life. If you feel drawn to it, get a coach, like do the things that feel right. One of the things my business partner, Tony, and I are doing starting in April, we have created a 12-month success incubator for people. So we can all come together into this incredible group. We can share our ideas. Tony and I will be there guiding you with our extensive business experience to give you feedback, to give you direction, to help you grow, to set up those fundamental habits that will create the success and impact in your life. The biggest thing is we get in our own way with these little piddly excuses. And I know they don't feel little in the moment, but they really are if we're looking at it in the bigger picture of things. And this happens to me too. Something I've had to grow through, something I'm still very aware of. If I'm coming up with if I'm going to do something and it's big and scary and it's new, and I'm like, oh, but I'd really rather go and do this today, or like reorganize my email, or whatever bullshit excuse I'm coming up with. I catch myself now because I've trained myself to do that and to go, you're doing it right fucking now, and we jump in. And I'm going to be training you how to do the same thing. So if you feel called to have a community of people and to have guidance from people who have fucking been there and who have built extremely successful businesses, jump into this incubator. We have made it. It's only $100 a month to be part of this. We priced it that way, even though it really should be priced over $1,000 a month. We priced it $100 a month because this is about getting past excuses. There is no chance in hell that you can't do $100 a month to be part of a community that will help accelerate your growth and take your business to the next level. This is what this is about, pushing through fear, getting committed. So if you feel called to that, let me know. I'll be posting the link below. I'm here to talk about it. I want to hear all about your business, your big goals, your big dreams. You are not alone. It's the biggest thing I want you to take away from this. Regardless of what you do, get support in your life. Get yourself surrounded by peers, by people who understand you, by people who have the burning desire you do, people who do not let their excuses stop them. Somebody who will keep you accountable and be like, did you do the fucking thing? No, you didn't do the fucking thing? Go do it now, or else. We need that in our lives. We need that kick in the ass. We are so much more likely to follow through with something if other people know about it. It's very powerful. So get yourself some support in your life. That will make all the difference. All right, time to go and celebrate my husband's birthday. I hope you guys have an amazing, amazing day, and we'll talk soon. Bye.